Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and I love to do all sorts of DIY projects, and usually I do sewing projects here on the channel, but this week I actually have a renter-friendly kitchen makeover planned. So me and my boyfriend, we've been living in this apartment for quite a while now, and it came with this kitchen and all the appliances, but it's not really working for us. And this is why I decided to transform this kitchen and make it more of like our own personal space, add a little bit of whimsy and more color to this kitchen. And I will do that with a lot of secondhand finds. I will use a lot of DIYs, and I'm also making my own pieces, such as this art piece that you see behind me. Before I show you my design inspo and sort of my ideas for the space, I think it's time to show you the kitchen in its current state. So this is our kitchen. Right when you walk in, you see this big wall of cabinets. So we basically only have one wall where all the appliances and all the cabinets are. And there's very little counter space, and we are kind of lacking storage. And then on the other side, we put our table and our 2 chairs. This kitchen is quite small. The table does fit in, but it's very hard to sit there with 2 people because one person is always basically blocking the fridge and the other person is almost blocking the entrance door. And we are thinking of removing the table and the chair and putting them into our living room to sort of have a combined living and dining room. So a lot has changed and a lot has happened since the last time that I showed you the kitchen. So we basically removed the old table and the 2 chairs that were sitting on this side of the kitchen here, and we replaced them with more kitchen cabinets, and we actually got those for free from our previous tenants. Okay, I thought now is maybe the perfect time to talk a little bit about my plans and my to-dos for this kitchen, and also talk through my inspiration and my style. And this is a rental, so I can't do that much, but I can do a lot of stuff to these pieces here, but I can't really do that much to the other side of the kitchen that was already installed because that belongs to our landlord. So my first plan is actually to paint this green. In the before pictures of the kitchen, you saw that our walls are green, and you can also see it behind me. They're sort of this sagey green, which I really like. And I love green kitchens, I always have, and I think they're so beautiful. So I will be painting this green, and then I'm also going to be changing out these handles because they are very cheap looking. And then for the tabletop, I looked at the website of my local hardware store, and they are selling this peel and stick sort of fake wood film that you would stick on here to make it look like wood. And then here in the back you can see our washing machine and our fridge. We will be replacing that fridge in the next couple of days. And then this washing machine will also be going, and then we will be putting our washing machine underneath this topper here. So since I own a lot of pretty cups and I love collecting them, like this one for example, or this one that I got in Georgia, I would really like to build a little cup shelf, and I think this should be fairly easy to build myself. And I guess the first step will be adding the fridge, painting the cabinet, and doing something about this countertop. This is the new, or I guess new, but still secondhand fridge that we got just today. It has this very nice bluish gray color. So yesterday my boyfriend and I, we carried the fridge into the kitchen and we put it here right at the end of sort of this kitchen cabinet and top that we added here, and we rearranged it a little bit. So back there is our normal bin, and then here's our paper bin. And yeah, this is the current setup. And as you can see, the tabletop is still looking very gray. So I bought this sort of film that's supposed to be removable and look a little bit like wood. And I try to color match our cabinets here. I think like it's a pretty close match, but the film I bought is a little bit lighter. So it is finally time to put the handles on, and I have these 3 options. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm kind of thinking to go with silver because all of the other finishes in the kitchen are silver. Like our fridge door is silver, and then the handles on the other side are also silver. Unfortunately, I only have 2 of the large ones, so I'm kind of thinking to do the large ones on the doors and then the smaller ones in the middle of the drawers. Since we added the new cabinets on the right hand side of our kitchen, we have quite a bit of white wall space above the cabinets that I would like to fill. And I thought this could be maybe a perfect opportunity to paint something myself and make a big piece of art for the kitchen. I was very inspired by these pieces that are sort of, loosely painted, like not too structured, not too perfect, but they feel very homey and a little whimsical, and I really like that. And I found this old canvas basically on the side of the road, so I took it home and primed it, and then it was time to sketch my design. So I just started sketching, and I tried to do a breakfast scene. So I have 2 plates here and there. This one has an egg, and then the other one has a pretzel, and then I have 2 coffee cups. This checkerboard is supposed to be the tablecloth, and then all the way up there I have a flower arrangement, and then a bag of oat milk here. It is really hard to film in this light, but I just wanted to show you the painting. So I kind of redid the sky section to look more impressionist, I guess. And then I also did the base already. The white spots up there, they are for the flowers, which will be, I think, a lovely, like, warm pink tone. And then you see the checkerboard. Here's one plate with the pretzel. I did it in a very light yellow, like a butter yellow, but I think I might change that actually because I think it's too close to like the checkerboard color here. And then here I missed one piece, so I have to figure out how to do the coloring again. And then here I did the other plate, also in this butter yellow with the egg. And as I said, I will probably change that. And then up there that would be the package of oat milk. I decided that I want to make a little coffee corner over here, simply because this corner here is closer to the sink. When I need to refill my water and my coffee machine, that is much more convenient. And also our organic waste is down there, so I can just put the used coffee grounds down there. And when I went to my parents' place, I actually made this cute little cup shelf. So I thrifted this nice brass soap dish a couple of months ago at a flea market, and I really like it, but I don't want to use it for soap. So my idea was to place it here, and then it can hold all of my coffee stuff, for example, like, you know, these pots. For decorations for this kitchen, I actually thrifted a lot of them. So this is a little vase that I thrifted. I think it was €1, and it would be perfect to put some nice spring flowers in. And then I have this hanging brass plant pot that comes with this very nice brass hanger. I think this is supposed to be a fish maybe, or a dragon or something like that. So lastly, I got this very nice bowl. I just cleaned it. It is always a little dirty because it is super old, but I thought this could be a very nice fruit bowl actually. So before I show you the reveal now, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my videos, and thank you to everyone who comments, likes or subscribes. This really helps me out. And I also wanted to address a couple of things, because this is just half of the kitchen that I transformed or made over in this video. There's some other areas that I still would like to tackle. We still didn't change our washing machine because our old one works. We will replace it eventually and then put it underneath the counter. But yeah, not now. That's why you will still see it in the reveal shots. And there's also some other things like the kitchen light, for example, that I would like to change, but I would really like to make my own. So that is another project. And yeah, there's more exciting things to come. Thank you so much for watching. And before I show you the reveal, let's all remember what this kitchen looked like before. It was very small, very cramped, and we were desperately needing more storage. This is the kitchen now.